Dave from Military Antiques Toronto, and today we're going to be discussing some of the items that came in the door this week. I can't show you everything, it's not physically possible, but some of these items are something of interest. This is a box I have that came in out of the States from a supplier. He's supposed to ship to my US address, so whatever, he didn't, doesn't matter. I had opened it already, but video got interrupted, so we'll keep going. So, first off, we have a East German water pattern, minty condition, winter jacket with the liner, big size, with the shoulder boards, the field shoulder boards on. You know, it's nothing tremendous, but you know what? East Germany hasn't existed in a while, so you buy what you can while you can. I already know, I really wish this was real. I know it's not. Tanker's jacket, 1st Armored Division. I know it's a repro because they don't make them in that size. It doesn't exist in that size, period. Triple extra large. Yeah, sure. I'm sure that must be real. Definitely. Oh, look, and he's a corporal. Yep, 661st Tank Division. Yep, tank destroyers. Sorry. No way. This size didn't exist. It's not real. But it was a job lot. Whatever. It was the right price. So some pants to go with my East German rain pattern jacket. Again, big size. More stuff, just more stuff to photo enlist. And a pair of gloves, trigger measurements to go with it. Nothing special there. I think I just sold a pair, but now I have another pair. And a reproduction for sure at the front jacket. How do I know? Oh wait, it says at the front. So it was nothing expensive, whatever, something different. I'll sell it, some reenactor will want it. So that's it for that. Then I was on a road trip on Monday and I bought this sword, which is presently on the website. So what's nice about this is that, you know, it's Victorian rifles. It's got the sword knot, you know, shark skin grip. Okay, great. I get that. Yep, great. And it's not amazing, but it's pretty good. So you pull it out, and in this case, it has Canada here, rifles here. So someone's plated it, unfortunately. I wish they hadn't, but they did. That's exactly what happened to this blade. That's why it's so shiny. But it's a Canadian Rifles Victorian, as you can tell by the crown here, rifle pattern officer's sword, made by Furman. Maybe not made by Furman, but distributed by Furman. But what's nice is the Canadian Rifles part on that. So that's a good piece. Excuse me. This I ended up buying back. I sold this to a customer and ended up purchasing it back from him when he decided he wanted to collect something else. It happens all the time. It's like a library card in here, but it's all good. So Luftwaffe officer's sword, aluminum, made by SMF right there. And that looks like a Waffen-Amt right there. Now, what's nice about this is that on the throat is, here, it's easier to remove this and show it to you that way. On the throat of the scabbard is unit marking. Don't ask me exactly what it is. Normally, I could tell you what squadron this is or what unit, but in this case, I can't. What's nice about that is that not only is it matching there, but it's also marked on the underside of the guard here. So it's matching numbers for both, and I can't tell you what unit, but it is what it is. The problem with Luftwaffe swords is that the gilt here and here, because people think they're going to clean them, it rubs off the gilding of the swastika on it, and it doesn't ruin it, but it's not as pretty as when it's still there. This came in yesterday, Cavalry officer's sword, wrong scabbard. So I had to look at it twice, not because of the scabbard. The scabbard's an 08 pattern scabbard, which is fine. It is what it is. I have no problem with that. It's made by Manton & Son & Co. England. And, you know, it is what it is. It's a good cavalry pattern officer sword, 1912, with an 08 scabbard. But what really threw me with it originally is I'm looking at it going, this isn't right. And it is right, but someone has re-leathered the grip. And you can feel right there that someone's taken this off and peened it back over and not done it 100% right, because there should be no burr there. So it's just like FS daggers. When they've messed with it, you can tell it's been messed with, usually. So this is supposed to be a shark skin. This has been rewrapped for whatever reason in brown leather with a proper wire and everything. They did a good job of it, truthfully. You know, it's not a crappy job, it's a good job, but it's still mismatched, so I'll sell them separately because, you know, you don't find the scabbards. Swords are in demand too. Someone wants to put it over their fireplace because they're a cavalry officer. It's good. It's just more stuff, right? This came in. It's a Japanese metal box, meaning metals as in decorations. If I can get the clasp open. Oh, it's been jammed in there. That's why. Okay, so you know it's lacquered wood, and that is for hanging. So what you did is you put your metals in here. Because it was sold to me as a flag box. It's not. It's actually for metals. So yeah, the metals would sit in here on the wall. You know, I can't tell you what metals because obviously the box is empty. It's the way I got it, but that's supposedly what it is. So that's kind of neat. That's on the website. Then I picked up this memorial cross also on my road trip. World War One. You know, it is what it is. So unfortunately, I didn't get the rest of the medals. Get to the other side. It's marked to Private Langley. And he was 1st Battalion, if I remember correctly. So, you know what? More stuff that is listed on the website. We got that done at least. Then I got in a Type B helmet, and you know you get lots of variations on the Type B. You know this is okay. It's missing the foam inserts. It's missing the wiring looms. It's missing the receivers. That's okay. Why it's okay in this case for me? Because this is the gentleman's service number. So the R number is when you're for other ranks. If you became an officer, you got a J number. So you can start off as in other ranks anyway. So it's R67561, it would appear. So that's kind of nice because you get it that way. It's all good. No other markings on it, unfortunately. But that's okay. It's a Type B helmet. That's on the website. Then you get in gas rattle. So you find a lot more, well, you don't find a lot, but you find First War gas rattles. You find Second War too. The only reason I bought this, okay, fine, you know, it's nothing tremendous, but then you see that it's marked ARP, Air Raid Protection, 1939. So this is so annoying that it will get your attention. And you know what? I'm going to do it anyways. That's annoying. And I didn't bring the dog today for that reason because he'd probably lose his mind. But that gets your attention if you're going with that really loud and fast. That is on the website. I also picked up this officer's peak cap for the signals. Nice little bronze officer's badge on here. It's kind of dirty. It could use a cleaning, but I don't mess with stuff. I just leave it like it is. So get the side. You get the Canadian Army buttons, which is fine. You go inside. You can just make out it's a size 7 on the label on the inside here. Uniform cap manufacturing company. Military caps. I can't tell you much else than that. It's about a size 7. Well, it is size 7. It says size 7 right there. Pretty obvious. Anyways, it's a dirty cap, but you know what? It's one of those been there, done that things. So that's kind of neat. Picked up this Japanese officer's map case. The only problems with it is that, you know, it is what it is, but it's not been taken care of properly. So the stud that was in there to keep the loop in there was ripped out, obviously, or came out, however you want to phrase it, dry rotted, and that's gone, unfortunately. You can see that same thing. It's not been very well taken care of in that sense in some areas. It could use some TLC. It wasn't $5 million. It is on the website presently, so it's still neat though. Try and find one. They don't turn up that often. And last but not least was this battle dress which walked in. So I have the gentleman's trousers, proper trousers with both pockets, which is what you want to see because a lot of time these were taken off for the shell dressing pocket. It's dated 1945, size 10, made in Montreal. There's no name in the trousers, unfortunately, but it's Seabright Arrow. You know, there they are. What's neat is that this came in. Okay, so it's artillery, 1st anti-tank. You know, I get it. 1st Division, he's going into Pacific, so obviously he came back. British-made Canada titles. And you get to the other side, it's got a moth nip here or there. Whatever, you know, that's fine. So with all these, you always check the pockets because you never know what's in there. Sometimes I've been pleasantly surprised. Sometimes there's nothing in there. So in this case, he had a metal ribbon in the pocket for Italy and France, Germany, 3945, CVSM. So that's fine. You can see where the holes were. It was pinned in. It's gone, whatever. So that goes back in the pocket. I did check this for a name. There's nothing. But then I found a piece of paper in the pocket, and it's a post-war receipt for a Willys Jeep, funny enough. Used 1940 Willys Jeep. Now, there's the dealer's name. It's dated 1946. So I'm assuming that one of these names on here is the owner of this Tunic. Probably. I don't know. It was found in the pocket. It is what it is. I haven't done any research on it. It walked in the door. It came this way. So we sell it that way. But what's nice is that, okay, so he's got the overseas service stripes, but it's first div. Everybody wants third division, of course, because don't you know they liberated Europe, blah, blah, blah. They always forget about the first div D-Day Dodgers. I like it. It's something neat. First anti-tank RCA. It's not something that turns up every day. I don't necessarily collect these. It's artillery. But, hey, someone had to do it, right? So that's it for this short week, because it's been crazy. Check out my website, Military Antiques Toronto. We do get stuff posted on there religiously almost every day now. Like 100 plus items a day. It's crazy. Follow me on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. Check it out. But check out the website. You'll be surprised. Thanks for looking. Have a nice day. Take care. Bye.